All right, fuck it, we're good.
We're going live.
Ah, I haven't done this in so long. I forgot how to do this again.
I forgot too, bro.
How are you, man?
Good, bro.
Look what I made. This has to
Oh,
be probably the best uh hand rolled blunt I've done.
that's
I
fire.
got a little glass filter with it. Yeah, I
Oh,
saw
you got a
Snoop Dogg have
glass
one,
over
so
there. Yeah.
I had to.
So you had to
And
get
they were
it.
so nice. I got a pack of them. It comes in like this
Oh,
and
fancy.
glass lips. Oh, tips, lips.
Glass tips.
All right, we gotta get this started.
Let's get it going. Let's be blunt.
Let's be blunt. Back at it again.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing but the Zaza, baby.
Bro, did you see that
Bro.
buzzer beater Toronto did last night?
Yeah.
Did
I think you shared it, right? That was crazy, bro. That was perfect.
Bro, that was a good game.
Very good game. Um, Shout out basketball. I'm 12-2 in my
Let's go. I was
fantasy
actually gonna
league.
ask you, how is your fantasy league going? You're 12-2. Okay.
12-2,
Do you
bro.
make
I
any
got the
trades or
most
anything?
points out of everybody in there. I just got a couple losses at like bad times. I had like a bunch of injuries in the middle
Yeah,
of the season, but
that happens. That
other than
happens.
that, caught up.
Let's
I
go.
rebounded, still had the most points. Um, Trades, nobody in the league really wanted to do trades. All the trades were kind of like, like they weren't too fair, I guess. It was like,
Really?
yeah, like obviously people want the best for themselves, right? It's like, okay, then,
In the league I
you
was
know.
in, with my
So,
brother and my cousins, we had a veto rule.
oh, that's good. Yeah,
So
if it's
like,
something shady, you could veto that. Like,
yeah, cause like one year my brother, like me and my brother, like I think my brother was no, I was tanking.
so you wanted to give up like a,
My brother tried doing that, and then that's when the veto rule came in.
yeah, it's like, hold on, we
Mm-hmm.
can't have this. Um,
There you go.
there it goes.
I gotta put my damn lips on it. That's what it is.
But yeah, bro. I mean, look. I mean, if you've been watching basketball, you know, like Westbrook's been hot. That's my guy.
Bro, Westbrook's already the leader of triple doubles in the Wizards.
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
Let me give you that statistic though in fantasy. He was
Okay.
he was ranked 28th coming back from that injury that he had.
Okay.
Like in the middle of the season, that injury wasn't playing. Right,
Yeah.
the Wizards weren't even doing that well, so this might not be his year.
Yeah.
Well, ever since he came back from that injury and he's been just going ballistic, he's the third ranked point guard in fantasy.
Wow. Who's number
So
one and two? Curry and
uh,
Lillard.
I'd have to go in. Could be. I could pull that up real quick, but I was like, wow, because he was ranked like what 28th, and I'm like, yeah, there's no way he's gonna come back. He hasn't played for weeks, so players are racking up points by every game they played. So
Who's
I
on your
was
team?
like,
Is he on your team?
yeah, that he's on my team. That's what I'm
Let's
saying.
go.
So that's why I was like, wow, okay, he really did it. Um, so yeah, top ranked players, point guards. Luca, Luca's
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah, I figured. I had
Um,
him last year or 2 years
all
ago.
and then
Last
all
year.
these guys are basically tied on top of each other. You got Harden, James, Lillard,
Okay.
Westbrook is right behind them.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay. See, they don't give James and Harden that straight up point guard position because they play shooting guard also
And
or
they give him
shooting
like they give him like the the shooting guard,
forward.
point guard, and forward.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So really, if we're talking just strictly point guards, then it's Lillard and Westbrook because even Luca got point guard shooting forward position on him too. So
Yeah.
or small forward. So, but yeah, bro.
So okay, so who's on your team?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. So I have Westbrook. Obviously, I have Jokic.
Oh,
Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable.
MVP, bro. MVP.
Yeah, I got so lucky with that one. I didn't even have him on my list when I was doing the draft. I had like three top players from the top five. He wasn't even one of them on my mind. But
You
it
know what's
just so
crazy?
happened
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
it came in my hands at that position. I
That's
was like,
perfect, bro.
okay.
What number pick were you again?
I was third. So it was like, there was other options. I had
Mm.
other people written down, but for some reason he was like, I was like, man, just like last second, like, okay, let me just get him.
The thing is too is that what's his name? Jokic will give you Luca numbers, which is amazing. He'll give
Yeah,
you more boards though. That's the best part.
right,
You know what I mean? Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah. Okay.
bro.
Uh,
Yeah, what
honestly
else did
speaking,
I have? Just some
I
good. Yeah,
I had myself like when I did a mock draft of myself. I
yeah.
had Luca going one and Jokic going two.
Oh, okay.
That was my dream. If I
Yeah.
had those two, it's over.
hmm I won't say all the guys because I mean I could keep going on. I mean I
I'll
got
keep
lucky
going.
with Christian Wood
Ooh, how was he after he
because
came out from
Rockets
the
started losing
thing?
all those guys, so he ended
Yeah.
up just being that guy. Like he kept getting the points. So
But you still winning after even after he got injured, eh?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I had him injured, I lost a couple games, but I'm back though. I'm back. I'm good. Who else I had? DeJounte Murray. He's a top
Mm,
10 guy. Um, the good one that I looked up before the draft, Jerami Grant. He just ended up
Jeremy, yeah.
panning out.
He plays for
The
the
Pistons.
Pistons. I forgot. He was on the Nuggets last year.
Okay, yeah. It just happened where I was like, wow, I just got so lucky with these guys.
You kind of have like a
Um,
Spurs team where like everyone's putting their part into the team that makes it so like dominant.
right.
Let's go.
I think the last thing, something interesting, Kevin Porter Jr. started popping off on the Rockets. Some young guy. He
Oh
just got his
yeah.
placement because of the whole, trades and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I picked him up when it happened, and he's just
Yeah.
been going crazy ever since. So I got lucky
Oh,
with that too.
bro. Okay, speaking of basketball. Okay, so on Instagram, I always save I have a little folder called podcasts
Okay.
that I literally just how do I look at my lists again?
Saved. If you go in your profile, you click saved.
Oh, saved. There you go. All right. There's okay. I read this thing. Steph Curry is in that awkward phase of his career like Kobe was after his first three rings, where he was hooping with guys like Smush Parker and Chris Mim.
Okay.
So, what do you think about that?
I see that. It is a bit strange. He's been fighting through a lot. His whole team's been kind of injured. He's been missing
Wait till
some
Clay comes back, bro.
Clay. Yeah. Ain't
Wait
he
till he
coming
comes back.
back?
I think he's coming back.
Trying to
But I
see.
take it slow for him, bro. He literally came from an
Yeah.
ACL tear and then he tore his Achilles. So I
Yeah.
would take it so slow with him.
Right. It's not even
No.
a
No.
thing.
I don't think so. But bro,
Um.
the thing with that is like if you think about it, Curry did get robbed of some finals MVPs.
Yeah.
Arguably like Kobe did with Shaq kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So maybe these next two he could win. He
Oh,
wins these
he's still
MVPs.
a beast. He's still hitting those threes easy.
The thing is he's in his prime right now, I'm pretty sure. Like still his prime. Like he's towards the end of his prime,
Right.
but
Do you feel like because the team is structured now, they don't have the same players like they did before, where he's more of a target, whereas like it's harder for him to be that guy that can get the easier looks?
the thing is that he has a young team around him.
Right.
So they got to get used to the Curry way, I guess you could say, right? Or like the Warrior way.
Right. Right.
So the only who are the only like veteran players pretty much? Draymond, Curry. Who else is still there from that team? Clay.
Clay. Draymond might be leaving, I heard.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Where?
They said it could be the oh, I think it was. I don't want to say it wrong. We're on the podcast, so I don't just throw names up. Dre.
Bro, just throw names out.
Rockets
Oh, ooh, don't
or
say
the
that.
Suns?
Don't
The
say that.
Suns?
Ooh, Suns. Ooh, if Draymond goes to the Suns, that's dangerous. Because the Suns are still killing, aren't they?
Yep. I'm
Bro,
trying
I'm
to
gonna tell
see
you the
what they.
truth right now. I've been watching basketball here and there. I've been super into like just like working out and like just
Okay. Oh, you.
martial arts and stuff.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But
What do you mean? You've been working out more now? Like that's been
yeah.
your.
Yeah, it's funny. Right before the podcast, I did a workout.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw.
That's good.
Okay, that video you posted on your Instagram of
Yeah.
that workout you saw.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've seen that same workout because I
You
was looking.
seen it,
I was because I was looking for a workout and stuff.
bro?
Then I was like, okay, I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna work my way to that, but I'm doing another one right now.
Do the intermediate ones after like 3 weeks. You're gonna start feeling that that's like becoming more easy to do. It was so weird, bro. I told somebody that goes to the gym like all the time. I used to go with them, and I said, like, for me going to the gym, obviously I felt like, okay, I'm lifting from 35 pounds to now 45 to 55. You can feel that weight change. But when you're at home, there's no weight change, right? You kind of, it's
Mm,
just you and your body. But like the body workouts seem so tough sometimes. I'm like, is this even equivalent to like me putting like 60 pounds on both shoulders? Like, how is this? It was like
bro.
difficult. But
Oh, I
that
know
guy
exactly
that
what
I
you
told
mean.
you about, like that I posted, if you saw him, he explains the reason behind it, like the way how the body works
Wait, do
totally
you go to
changed
the
the
gym
way.
with that guy?
No, no,
Oh
no.
my God, yeah, seems scary. Ooh, I
That
was
guy
like,
does like calisthenics though. He
yeah,
kind of does all that like pull-ups and
yeah.
handstands. Like he knows how to hold his body, you know?
You know who GSP is, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bro, he literally made me want to do gymnastics
He does
because,
it like that.
bro, think of it like this: like the amount of body strength, like just
Yeah.
not even body, just control that these
Right.
gymnasts have.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
that's the goal. I think that's like you can squat 3 plates, whatever. You can squat 3 plates, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
But in a sense, like if you can't carry your body weight and move yourself around like you're nothing,
Right.
then are you really strong?
That's the whole question, right? It
You know what I mean?
really is. It really does go down to that. It
And that's
really
what I'm,
does.
and that's kind of like the mindset I'm kind of going for. I'm doing a lot
Mm-hmm.
of hit workouts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I have like like the big resistant bands,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then I'll just do like bicep curls, like
Right.
squats, like
That's
deadlifts, and
kind of like what
everything.
he shows those type of workouts too. If you
Mm,
go, his name is Chris Heria. He does a lot of cool videos. Like,
Chris here. Okay.
yeah, he's dope, man. I mean, he shows the results. Like he could do it. Like he can hold himself up. He can do all those workouts, and he's showing like that's how he got his body to look the way it does. So it's like
Yeah.
that means it's possible for anybody. Like
Oh yeah, bro. You okay? You remember me in high school, right? Remember how skinny I was?
you aren't that skinny. Come on,
Yassine, I did not pass 130 pounds.
you never pass 130
I never
pounds.
100. Okay, it was just cause I played all the sports. You just thought I was probably just a little bit heavier,
Yeah, come on now.
bro. I did not go past 130.
Man, you just got strong bones or something because you
I'm
just were going.
yeah,
You were going. You played every sport.
I know, but but that's the crazy part. Now after like when the quarantine happened, like when COVID all this happened,
Yeah.
I gained 10 pounds. I'm 145 now,
Okay.
bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I look at this whole quarantine, like this whole COVID thing,
Yeah.
blessing, bro. It's a blessing.
It helped a lot. I
I
think
never
it.
went to the gym before this. I had no time. I'm just
Right.
you know what I mean. I'm working all the
Because
time,
you're
and
just
like
working.
exactly, and like it's hard to like, and then you have to like like it's hard to like find time to go, and then like sometimes when you go, it's super busy. And you're like, fuck, you gotta like work your way
Yeah.
around it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Such a headache. Working out
Schedule
at home,
definitely does that.
beautiful. I do want to work out on like heavy weights though. Like I still want to be able to squat heavy. Like I still
Yeah,
want to
I
be
think about it
strong.
still.
You know what I mean? But like my main focus is a very like body weight, like all this
Mm-hmm.
stuff right now.
Because you could still make your body look good. I've looked at pictures from like when I was really like going to the gym every day, taking goals, like pictures and stuff. And now I look at myself from just the home workouts. I actually see an improvement of how I actually wanted to look like
Yeah,
based on these home workouts than what I was doing at the gym.
facts, bro.
It's
Honestly speaking,
crazy.
okay. Um, I know we are talking about basketball and everything. We're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
into working out. Tell me this, because we were talking about like COVID and all that stuff, and how Ontario's going through like another month lockdown. Bullshit. Is how's wait, where are you again?
In Ohio.
Ohio. Beaver Creek.
Beaver Creek. It's chill though. It's like it's not like I said since day one. I've had there hasn't been any of those type of encounters out here where it's like put on your mask or you don't have to put on. I think people are very like they're either wearing their mask. A couple people weren't wearing their mask, but I haven't ran into any like crazy like situations. And I
Mm,
think Ohio just hadn't get they either hadn't gotten hit to the point where it was like so scary to people,
yeah,
but also hadn't went down completely. So like everybody's been kind of like neutral. Like once the vaccine stuff started coming around, some people took
yeah,
just like the normal news. It hasn't been anything like too drastic, like Texas, for example.
yeah.
Texas just completely drastic to like people fighting that they shouldn't wear masks because of their freedom. And there's
Bro, do
people
you
that
see the Rangers
the
stadium?
Rangers. That's what I'm saying. Like it's so
Bro.
from like wearing masks to like no masks. We got full stadiums.
Yeah. Okay,
Like
but tell me this.
yeah.
If Texas pulls this off, tell me everyone else is not going to do this.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be
It
some wild ass
But
stuff,
it's
bro.
just like I don't understand how these statistics like even make any sense. Like we're talking like you see what's going on right now in Canada, right? Like how it sounds like it's serious, right? It's
Bro,
very serious.
okay. In London alone, I've heard of three separate breakouts at three separate times. It's usually
Okay.
the university hospital and stuff, and then it's like the Art General Hospital, pretty much. It just,
Oh
I think there's been like two breakouts there at least, and then there was a breakout at Western because these kids don't want to fucking. They were just going wild.
yeah, yeah.
But
But
yeah, I can see why it's crazy here and not where you work. Cause like what's your population? Like 1,000? Just
no,
kidding.
no, no. Hold on. Don't do that. Hold on. Population. Hold on,
Cause is
man.
where you're from? Is it a big town? Is it like a town or a city?
You'd be surprised. Ohio is actually very popular. I'm in the city. Yeah, I'm in the city. I'm close
Mm.
to Dayton, Columbus, Cincinnati. Like, look,
Oh,
right
Dayton.
now,
Okay.
yeah, there's Ohio's like the third or fourth highest populated state in America, actually.
Damn,
If you'd be, I was surprised even when I first moved here and I heard that there's 12 million people in Ohio. So it's a lot of people.
that is a lot of people. That's a
Yeah.
lot of people.
So I mean, like if you try to put that into perspective, it's like it is a lot of people. So then
It is
what's
a lot of
going on?
people.
Why are there so many people still around each other? We've had malls open, people been walking, been going to eat and this and that, but it doesn't seem like it's the way how they're expressing it in other places, you know?
Yeah. Do you know what I put Toronto's situation very similar to New York's situation.
Mm.
Everyone's just on top of each other.
All
You know what I
right.
mean? And then I hear that people from Toronto are starting to move like out of the city because what's in the city now, right?
I
So they're
mean, look
starting
at
to move.
that. Toronto's 2.9 million people.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit more now because this was a couple years back, but
But yeah, people are like moving out of the city now into the smaller towns outside of Toronto,
yep.
right? And like I'll be honest with you, as of right now, outside of Toronto, it's still 2 hours away from me, so they're still there. But sooner or later, they're gonna start bleeding into London,
Yeah, for sure.
and fuck that. No, like,
You liked when it was quiet, right? You're like,
bro, listen, I'm from Ottawa, right? Lived in Ottawa from 97 till like 20, for over 20, like 10,
yeah,
20 years at least.
right.
I'm not a big fan of the big city.
You don't like it.
I like the peace and quiet. Like I like that I'm close enough to the city where I can drive in, drive out.
Right.
But by drive I mean like Toronto. I can go to Toronto whenever,
Yeah.
whenever. I can go to Windsor. You know what I mean?
Windsor
Detroit's just
sounds funny, dude. What is Windsor?
Windsor is Canada's Detroit.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Detroit or Windsor?
Windsor.
Wind,
Wind and then
soar.
SOR.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see here. Yeah, right next to Detroit. Okay.
There's a bridge connecting the two.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I get it now.
But yeah, bro, it's just
I have
this
family that lives out in Sarnia.
Sarnia. Okay, I like so my FedEx team,
Uh-huh.
um my boss, he's based out of Sarnia.
Oh, okay.
Do you know where in Sarnia?
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
I can see we ain't about to do this on the podcast, but I can let you know. I can always look into it.
Oh yeah, yeah, no worries, no worries.
I went only there once before, but
Bro, Sarnia is beautiful. Like
yeah,
by
it
the
is nice.
water. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bro, I don't know. Like I'm in love with nature, man.
Yeah.
I'm in love with
You'd want to
nature.
be out in like Alberta mountains and stuff like that.
Man, you remember I used to live in Alberta,
Yeah, yeah, you did.
but
But like I'm saying though, you still think
that's
about that, like
I'll be
living in
very honest with you.
Alberta,
I think
like
that's what
okay.
started my love for like nature, being out in Alberta. Just driving, you just see mountains
Okay.
everywhere. It's beautiful.
I know.
Um, but yeah, like I don't know. I think I was just too far away from family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, it
Here,
makes
even
sense.
though yeah, I'm like 7 hours away from family now. I'm at least 7 hours away, not 3 days away.
No, right.
You
Big
know what I mean?
difference.
But
You know, I was gonna say something that I didn't want to forget. I think this is
mm,
a big point because I see people arguing in comments all day long,
hmm
which has been the biggest topic right now because that restriction change just happened not too long
yeah.
ago, where it's like, look at everybody going in Costco, and then
hmm
my bar, my restaurant can't be open. Our governor was on the TV because they we kind of had like a similar thing going
Yeah.
on where they were trying to be more strict with like smaller bars and restaurants.
Yeah.
So somebody asked from the crowd, and he said that based on the research, the point is you just have to look at it really for what it is. You have a restaurant, let's say, right? You come in, you take your mask off. You're in there, you're eating, you're drinking, you're talking, you're laughing, you're eating, you're drinking, you're eating, you're drinking. Like he's explaining how you're
Yeah.
eating and drinking, you're eating and
Yeah.
drinking, you're around people all day long, moving, mouth is open, inhale, all that
And the
stuff.
more you drink, the sloppier you get.
Right. That's going on. But then if you're in Costco, let's say, or Home Depot, and you got your mask on, you might be alone, you might not be, but you have your mask on. It's a
True.
pretty big space. You're coming
True.
in, you're getting something, and you're getting out. Like statistics
True.
show that you're not really in there all like for a long period of time discussing
You
with
kind of
people
in
and
and
stuff.
out.
So he said like that's what they kind of gathered from like statistics and studies that like it is more safer to have that place open, even though it might seem like we're letting big businesses do for whatever reason. That's not the reason. Like it does have to go back down to science and like
Yeah. When you say it like that, that makes sense. But
right.
the problem with at least London or Ontario, even the malls are open.
So that's
S-
also right because there's food courts and stuff like that.
Exactly. So, I actually heard like a pretty good way to think about it. Do you know how there's like curbside pickup and everything?
Oh yeah,
Well, malls can do that too if you think about it. Go to this exit or like this entrance.
right. Well,
Text
you
when you're
want to order
outside.
food and then I
Yeah,
mean order your clothes and stuff
clothes,
online.
whatever. Exactly. So
Good.
like, so why can't you just
Yeah.
do that? Like they, in the beginning, they're like, oh, like order from home. There's all this ordering, blah blah blah. All of a
Yeah.
sudden now it's like, yeah, just go to the mall.
Yeah, man.
Like what?
I don't know. Are we still on this conspiracy thought? Are we still thinking something's going on?
Okay, my, I'm all over this
That's what I'm
conspiracy.
trying to ask you. That's what I gotta ask you.
Um, I, you know what? I just finished the blunt, so perfect timing.
It's hitting you
So,
now, man. I'm trying to figure out. You still thinking it's a conspiracy or this is like planned? Like,
okay. When it comes to at least like the coronavirus, I personally, after like listening to like legit scientists like talk about it and everything, I do think it was a leak. Right? When I
okay,
say
all
leak,
right,
I mean like I don't
yeah,
mean like it was purposely done. It was like accidentally, boom. Oh fuck! Like it was a
yeah,
big accident. The reason why I say that is because there's two like CDCs,
Right.
like CDCs, like Chinese CDCs
Yeah.
in Wuhan. One of them was cited back in 2018 for the work conditions, and the conditions of the building weren't right. They didn't meet conditions.
Okay.
So when you think of that, you're like, okay, so in a sense, it makes sense. And the way that these scientists are explaining is that the way it accelerates and the way it attacks like the body and how it just changes. I can't remember how they were saying it. It doesn't happen naturally like that.
Mm,
It's and what is it? Because also there's like different ways it attacks people.
yeah.
Like that's what they're saying. Like that's why it would make sense that it was leaked.
Mm,
So I think like with that kind of conspiracy, I think it's that. When it comes to like government and all that stuff,
right.
bro, it just feels like too much like control.
Right.
You know
Somebody
what I
just said
mean?
that today. Is that true that they're also making it a rule that you can't have a big live stream in Canada right now?
Bro,
Is that legit?
I was literally holding on to that. Yeah. So I just saw that. It was on it was like large production what is it? Large
Large production
production
live stream, right?
live streams. So does that mean like for example, this is a
Concerts.
production right now, right? This is a production right now.
Right.
Okay? Cuz I'm live streaming right now, right? I have my lights, my camera, my action, my everything. It's me. So
Right.
do they mean I can't have a team here doing everything for me? Is that what they
Because
mean?
that's what I'm trying to figure out because obviously I just read like a sentence, you know what I mean? Like that was the highlight of the article, but I didn't read it completely. I don't know if people were taking it out of context or not. That's why I was wondering if you read it.
Yeah.
Like, do they mean like a concert? Because, you know, people have been doing concert live streams. So, like, are people just reading that out of context and they, you know, the government actually means like to a certain extent how many people are within that camera? Because it would be like they've been saying you can't have like a certain amount of people at your house.
Yeah.
So obviously the government doesn't know how many people's at your house. They can't check everybody's house, but since you're putting it on camera, well now they kind of can see that you have people in there, right?
True. I mean, if you think about it like that,
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
like I'll be honest with you, like I haven't read it cuz I literally saw it right before we got on and everything.
Yeah.
And but like if it's kind of like in a sense like production in a sense of people in your house making everything happen.
All right.
You can't do that. All right, cool. That's very that's very like understandable.
Yeah.
But if people are like, "Oh, like if I can't do that, then I'm not going to do it." Then you're just being fucking lazy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
I
just wondering too because you know that's it's funny because if that never would come up in America, like because everybody's just so about like freedom. When I heard that, like people would go nuts if anybody would come out like that. But it's funny because the dynamic in Canada is just so different, where it's like
yeah.
it's people in Canada have like an understanding. You know,
Yeah.
it's like we're trying to understand the government. You know, like this must be some for some good reason. In America, people don't take it like that. It's like, what do you mean we can't? Like, you know, like
Bro, I hate to say it like this, but it's America has so much goddamn pride.
it's too much.
Listen,
Sometimes it's too much.
it's like this. There's like American culture, like American culture
Yeah.
is basically Texas culture.
Right. That's like
Like,
the
is that
real
a fair?
definition of like what you would think of symbolically, like of what Americans think. That's
Yeah,
like you would think that's really what it should be. That's why everybody moved from Cali to
yeah,
Texas because Cali started changing, right? And
yeah,
Texas still held that American like
yeah.
spirit, you know?
Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, take out Texas and like look at what they're like, what you guys like really want: freedom, right?
Yeah.
Freedom to protect yourself,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Like that makes sense. It's just the fact that there's so many people fucking up and like looking at these loopholes is that what
Yeah.
makes it
Yeah.
so fucking like you look at the negative side mostly, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's all you see.
Right.
But
It's about
I
that pride thing, you know, like that's the stupid thing when you see too many people. I mean, I don't know how many people have been like exposed in Canada to be those like anti-mask people. I'm sure
bro,
that there are some,
There's a famous guy right now. He's on like the no-fly list of Air Canada or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
So he's so annoying, bro. These anti-maskers, they're so annoying.
Right. And you can
Like,
just see it in America. It's just like, where they're like, you can't tell me to put on my mask. I thought I lived in a free country. Like they're just taking odd things out of context. Like what is going on?
bro, I saw this video. Oh my god. I saw this video. It's okay. Do you know how they say like if you wear a mask, it has to cover your nose and your chin?
Uh-huh.
This fucking lady, the older lady, she has to be in her 60s, right? Like
Uh-huh.
50s, 60s. This bitch has this black, it's like a black, it's like mask, but it's like the outline of a mask. It covers her chin and it covers her
Oh
nose.
my God, I seen that.
Bro, she goes,
Oh my God, I know what you're talking about. It's literally open, right? But she just got
yeah,
the outline.
yeah, she goes, see, it says it covers my nose and my chin. I'm like, are you really that fucking stupid? Like, how, like,
It's
I forgot who,
unbelievable.
someone told me it's like, imagine where this person works. I mean, like this.
And you have to deal with
Yes,
somebody like that.
this is a working person of whatever country they were in.
Somebody has to deal with that person on a regular basis.
Exactly.
That's somebody's
Like
family member.
I saw. I was like, bro, this lady literally has a G string on her face. Bro, I
She's
want to see if I can
protected.
find that.
No.
Oh, yo, I saw that. Like, the thing is, okay,
I don't know, man.
I can like, okay, when it comes to like a mask,
Yeah.
right? I can wear a mask. You know what I mean? I have no worries.
Right.
Like today, this I was helping this like old lady,
Uh-huh.
and she's like, "Can you bring it in here?" So I put my mask on, and
Right.
I went in. She goes, "Oh, like I'm sorry, I don't have a mask." She goes, "But you have a mask, so it's okay." So and it's like, I'll be honest with you, I was cool with it. I was like, "Oh, like you," in a sense, you're like, "All right, like even though I don't have a mask, like I'm still trying to protect myself. You still got a mask on. That's cool."
Right.
But like, there's some people who are like just so like, I don't even know where I was going with this. But what I was trying to say is that it's not hard to put a mask on. That's all I'm
Not
trying
hard
to
to
say.
put a
It's not
mask on.
hard.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if you're around people that are okay with you not wearing a mask, don't wear a mask.
Right.
If someone goes, hey, like, can you just wear a mask? Or like, if I'm going into someone's garage to put something in, if I know I have to be in contact with somebody, I'll
Mm-hmm.
put a mask on.
Of course, yeah.
But
Like, why
if
not?
but if I'm outside and like I'm just like going in and out, like not in somewhere, but like I'm going out of my truck, dropping at the door, coming back, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna wear a
You're
mask.
like, come on now.
Exactly. But it's just people just like, oh, why do I have to wear a mask? Well,
Bro.
this is your part. You want to do like everyone. You got like we have to do something to stop this. This is
Right.
your part. This is a very simple part you can do.
It's not hard. You know what I mean? Like,
I hate to say like this. It's either this or get the vaccine.
yeah.
Like,
Is that
and
is that the next thing that we're rolling into right now? How
I
is the
mean,
vaccine situation right now? Like, it's open now to everybody or not yet?
no, it's not open to every. Actually, no, it might be actually. I think they're still going through. Like, there's a vaccination site in London, like literally like 2 minutes from my house. Uh, and then yeah, okay. When it comes to the vaccine, like I'm not anti-vax or anything. Like, don't get like I'm not
You're
talking
still a
shit
little
or anything.
skeptical?
It's not really skeptical. I'm more. It's just like this is like the first wave. This is like the first batch.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna like you guys test it out. You guys do your thing.
Yeah, you're
I've
like,
seen too
let
many
other
things go
people.
wrong and stuff.
Right, right.
But the thing is, I'm very confident in my health choices.
Yeah.
I'm trying to eat a little bit better. I take my vitamins like crazy. I
Yeah.
have this thing called Athletic Greens.
Nice.
I take this, like, I drink this. I try to drink this every day when I remember to. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like I said, I've been exercising a lot more.
Right, right.
And so I feel like if I do that, then like, in a way, that's me creating my own vaccine to like fight this
Yeah, yeah,
virus. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Do you notice that no one talks about living a healthy lifestyle?
That's the biggest thing. I mean, Joe
That's
Rogan's been talking about that a lot.
that's actually kind of what I'm like. that's kind of why I want to talk to you about vaccines and everything. It's kind of like there's an alternative to a vaccine is be healthy. That's it.
Right. I mean, the statistics haven't shown anything go wrong with people that are trying to be healthy. You know, like most of the people, what the biggest thing was like, we've noticed a lot of people that are obese have been, getting the COVID. There's a lot of old people. So then it's like, that's like the most simplest way of saying, okay, the people that are less healthy are getting the COVID. Okay, like,
But and the
right?
thing is, you can't say that though, because then you're fat shaming.
Yeah, then it's like, oh no, why are you saying that, bro?
Exactly. But the thing is, it's not that I'm fat shaming you. It's more that I'm concerned about your health. Like I know this is
Yeah.
not going to go anywhere. Because are you like, tell me, like, if you ask anyone who's like a little bit overweight, are you confidently doing anything to keep your body healthy?
All right.
Guaranteed, they're probably gonna say no. Oh, I'm drinking a lot of water. That's not gonna
Yeah,
do
most
much.
people aren't gonna lie about like what their choices are in life. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
I think one big thing too, like you said with the health thing, it's just because we're not like we don't take enough time to learn that stuff, but it's so easy to do, you know? I mean, that's what I said. Like,
Gym
I
class,
can
bro. Gym class. The easiest
gym
class that
class.
people. You
Yeah,
literally learn this stuff in health. One
yeah,
week.
yeah,
You know what I mean? For 1 week, when
yeah.
you're like, oh fuck, I can't wear my shorts. I can't go play basketball.
Right.
All this stuff. I have to sit and learn. You learn this stuff.
Learn it. Yeah, and it's there. Like, what's the best thing that I saw on Joe Rogan? He had this one like lady that's like a nutritionist or something like that. Maybe you've seen one of her episodes, but she was breaking down exactly like when COVID first happened last year, like how many vitamins of what
Yeah,
kind to take and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh,
After
bro.
watching that, I was like on it because she breaks it down with studies and
Yeah.
statistics, what actually matters. So you're like, okay, I feel confident now because this is her job, so she must know the whole nine.
Oh yeah.
So, and you understand what those vitamins do. I've been taking those that they've recommended, and
Good.
it's like,
Good.
as you know, like
Vitamin
I
D,
try to
vitamin
work out at
K3.
least 4 or 5 times a week, like all the basic stuff. Try not to eat fast food all the
Let's go,
time and
bro.
stuff. Like I haven't even gotten I haven't even gotten sick, knock on wood, but it's like I usually don't because it's like without thinking about it, just the way how I live is
Yeah.
like, like I'm trying to stay away from that stuff. So,
Yeah. Like with me, like knock on wood, you know what I mean? Like God forbid, like I don't get sick often.
right.
And like anytime I have gotten sick, it's literally been like legit 24 hours.
And then you're straight.
Boom, I'm straight.
Right.
And like I don't know what it is, like if it's because of like how my body's being or like it's just how my body is,
Hmm.
but like I find that like I heard this too, like I get like not colds, but like I get like the sniffles a lot and
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I get like the very minimal stuff, and they
Right.
say that if you get that, in a way you're building some sort of like what's you're building your own vaccine technically
Like
from
some
getting sick.
immunity to
Yeah,
like
you're building
sicknesses.
immunity. So because you're getting sick, like just like a very minimal sick, and you keep getting like that, sooner or
Because
later
your
it just
body has to react and fight it. So your body's
exactly,
fighting off stuff.
exactly.
I
And
get
because it's
that. Yeah,
fighting
yeah.
off slowly like that and like very minimal, I'm not like done. Like I'm not like crazy sick where it's kind of
Yeah.
like I'm exhausted from my body fighting it. It's more
Right,
just
right.
like I get like my days where I'm just like I'm tired as fuck. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
But I get a good night's. I'm sleeping a lot more, which is really good. I
That's
find,
good.
bro, sleeping a lot more so underrated.
Bro, I swear.
Oh, like
I
I
yeah.
like I told myself like starting, well, I guess yeah, starting today because I smoked right at 9 o'clock. I didn't want to smoke after 9 anymore. You know what I mean? I want to stop
Yeah.
eating after 9 o'clock.
Okay, yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like I'm trying to do a lot more
Yeah, those
things to
healthy choices people tell you to do. Like you're trying to focus
exactly,
on those. I
bro.
get that.
I'm trying to honestly speak. I'm trying to get my like personal life straight because then if I do that, then like I feel like everything's just gonna like my health is gonna
Everything's
get
just
in
gonna
line.
suck.
Honestly
Oh
speaking.
yeah, you can feel it. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh yeah, with that vaccine thing, I brought that up because it's open now to everybody here. Like
Yeah,
you can go anywhere. You could go like to a shopper's, pharmacy, this and that. They
you
have
gonna
them.
get it?
I'm gonna probably wait. But it's everywhere. No, it's funny. We were walking through the grocery store. Our grocery store has like a pharmacy in there.
Yeah.
And the nurse was walking by and we were picking stuff out. She just came up to us out of nowhere, like, "Excuse me, sorry to bother you, but we have one more vaccine left. do one of you guys want it? And we're like, that's for free? Like, she's like, yeah, it's the end of, it was like around 7 o'clock. She's like, yeah, it's the last one. Like, do you guys want it? Or she might have asked a couple other people, but we just so happened to be there. And my mom was like, okay, I'll take it. And I was like, okay. And then we walked over there. She signs the paper and she goes over there and she got it. And it was just like that easy. We're like, really? And it
Okay.
was we asked what kind because my
Yeah.
mom was kind of
Oh yeah.
looking
What was
into
it?
it before, and it was the Pfizer one.
Uh
And so apparently the Pfizer one just came out too, like it's super effective, like it's
yeah.
been
Does she
clean
have to
and
go
good
for a
and stuff.
second dose?
Yeah, she got to go for a second one like in a couple weeks. But my mom took it. She's like, I felt like nothing even happened. Like
Bro,
it
tell me
was.
she grows another arm or something,
Hey,
man.
yeah, I'll let you know. Now we're gonna get an update. But like I said too, like well, my grandparents took it in Poland. They're
Okay.
fine. They're fine. They're
Okay,
good.
that's
Like
good.
they're happy that they took it. They didn't feel no difference. It's just like that exaggerated like way of like really being scared about it for whatever reason. I
Yeah.
think is like because it's so new, like look,
Yeah.
even me saying it, I see it around me, but I still don't want to take it, right? Because we all
Yeah.
have different ways of looking at it. But
Yeah.
I
I had
mean,
a
it's also
conspiracy
for the
theory
fact that I
about
didn't
that.
get, huh?
I had a conspiracy theory about that. You want to hear it?
I'm sure you do. I mean, we gotta hear
Okay.
it.
Think of it like this, okay? This is okay. I thought about this. Um, when was it? February. Uh, the CDC, they released like zombie
Oh yeah,
survival.
yeah,
You
yeah.
remember that, right? I thought
Gotta
about it
do
and
something.
I was like, oh, okay, because like this is when like the vaccines were starting giving like given out just like a little bit and everything.
Okay.
Like the frontline workers all got it and everything.
Yeah.
So think about it like this. Let's say the vaccine does something to you, okay? So who are the first people that got it? Our frontline workers, our healthcare, police officers, the people that's supposed to protect us, the people that's supposed to aid us,
Oh, don't tell me.
and then the teachers were next, the people that's supposed to educate us. So
That's crazy. I know what you're trying to
you
say.
have protection, you
Oh
have your
yeah.
aid, and now you have your education.
All done.
All literally, they're the first people that have to get it.
They're what? They're all gonna be zombies? That's what's gonna happen.
I at the time I was saying zombies, and I was like, oh fuck, because like, but then I thought, okay, maybe not. Okay, what if it's not zombies? And like, what if it's like s- years down the line something happens to them? You know what I
Mm,
mean? So the thing is, you have all these new doctors, new nurses,
right.
right? The new generation. The new
Right.
generation is the first generation to get these vaccines, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Same thing with all those other places. So if you think about it, it just like fucks it up for the future.
Right.
So that's just my conspiracy theory
This
on
is
that.
a
But
conspiracy theory.
yeah, this is just conspiracy. I was just honestly this. I literally think of this kind of stuff just for shit.
I know, and then you're like really thinking, like, wait a minute, that would make so much sense.
Because it does make
Yeah,
sense.
you're like, wait.
And then you're just like,
Right.
wait, did I just come up with something? And bro, let me tell you something right now. Uh, Joe Rogan said this too. He says like ideas and like thoughts. It's like they're already in the air. It just your brain has to somehow connect to it somehow, or it has to come to you. Oh, I just hit
Right.
myself in the ear.
And then you got right.
It's like, did you watch the Scooby Doo movie?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember when the ghost would like go and then like smack him in the face?
Oh yeah.
That's like an idea.
Right.
Light
That's just how
bulb.
it is.
It's just.
And then it just comes out of nowhere.
But like, if you that thought, actually, it's kind of cool if you think about it. Where like anybody can think of anything. You just gotta like somehow just like focus in, and then like it'll come to you.
Right.
They also say really pay attention to your dreams
Mm.
because that like that stuff can like it might mean something. Maybe not
Yeah.
now. Could mean something later.
Right.
When you hear a crazy dream I had,
Did it come true?
not yet. Maybe you'll if you once I say it, you're gonna be like, oh shit, maybe.
Okay.
So it was nighttime. The only thing I remember it was that it was nighttime, and then like I was just like chilling. I looked up and I see the moon, full moon, like nice and bright. You can see like you see like the craters and everything a little bit.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, if you kind of like look at it like just like the naked eye, if you look at it, it's
Yeah.
kind of like you see something. So then you have to like you get like binoculars and stuff, and you like look closer.
Right, right. To really see it.
there's like buildings being made, solar panels being installed,
What?
launch pads like there and stuff. Like it's like they
Oh,
were building something on there, and I was like, what the fuck?
you zoomed in and you saw a flag with Elon's face on it.
The aliens are here. The aliens are here. Bro, do you believe he does? Can you believe that he does not believe in aliens, or doesn't even have like the just the thought of it?
Is that like a conspiracy again? Right?
No, that's legit. Like he goes,
No, no, I know
he's
he doesn't believe in them, right? And then so people said like, wow, this he's like so he's such a smart alien. Like he's trying to show people that like he doesn't believe in aliens, so because he is the alien.
bro.
Right? Like
Yo,
it
there's so
goes
much.
so deep. It's like he
It does
can't
go
win.
deep,
He
bro.
can't win because everything's gonna go back to him being an alien.
Yeah, like if you
Um,
think about it too, like I think he just doesn't want to. He doesn't want unnecessary information occupying his
no, but
brain.
that's
That's how he
exactly it.
works. You know what I mean?
Because he's so smart, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's eliminate this whole conspiracy alien thing. Let's just look at him as a human being. That's why he's so smart because all his brain is just focused on like legit stuff that can actually help the world. You know, like
Yeah, bro.
that's what they always say, right? Like, what clothing choices? Why think about what to wear when you're wasting brain capacity? Just go to work, you know? Like,
Steve
why?
Jobs.
That
He
Steve
said that.
Jobs thing. Bill Gates, I think, does the same thing too.
Bill Gates
All
is the same
these
thing.
guys, man.
Man, Bill Gates
Zuckerberg
also
wears the
gives
same
fucking
t-shirt.
medicine to Indian kids. So.
Yes.
Okay, you know,
uh,
my other friend Kevin. He was the other guy that was on the show.
Kevin. Okay.
He he like bro his thing. He's really into like the whole Bill Gates like you we'll say a conspiracy theory and like how like this is a whole elaborate plan.
Oh, okay,
And
right.
bro, that shit makes so much sense. Sometimes I wanted him on the show so I can like we can talk about it.
Yeah.
But then like this
You
timing and
can break
everything just
it
wasn't
down.
working out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But bro, like I want
It
that
is
on my
crazy.
yeah, that shit's crazy though. But what was I
I
gonna say? What
yeah.
were you talking about before this?
Elon. I don't even know.
Elon.
Yeah, Elon.
Uh
Your dream. So yeah, all that stuff on the moon that you
yeah.
saw,
No, the thing with Elon, okay, you know Nikola Tesla, right?
right?
You know how Elon named his company Tesla?
Right.
Bro, apparently he only named it Tesla because he used some of Tesla's inventions, like the what is it? Not the Tesla coil. I can't remember the Tesla motor or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So he used that, so like that's why he named it Tesla. But he's
Right.
more of a Thomas Edison fan. Did you know the whole theory with like Edison and Tesla?
I don't know.
Well, you know, okay. So who's Thomas Edison? You probably know
The
more
guy
than I
with the
do,
electricity.
right? Did you know that the light bulb, he bought the idea of the light bulb from somebody,
No.
right? He bought the patent from somebody. Then he got Tesla because whatever he was trying to do, it just kept busting and kept blowing up and stuff.
Okay.
He got Tesla to like check. He's like, hey, can you fix it? See if you can do anything. I'll give you
Yeah.
$50,000 for it. That's like, all right. Tesla does it, fixes it. Here you go. Works just like that.
Really?
Edison ends up not giving him the money. Goes, oh, it was just a joke. Like your English isn't so good, so you probably don't understand me.
What?
This is how fucked up this,
Is
bro.
that true?
Yes,
Are
bro.
you serious?
The father of electricity is not Thomas Edison. It's Nikola Tesla.
I gotta look this stuff up. I didn't
I
even
sh-
read this before.
Bro, Tesla tried giving electricity through the air. That was his idea.
Now you
Yeah,
see, I
that's
heard something about that whole conspiracy thing. How like he wanted his idea of electricity was gonna be like free, but some like the government is somehow some way like stopped that from happening.
which was Edison because Edison was money because they're like because if there's free electricity, nuclear plants gone, everything's like you're not gonna pay for anything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So that's why they fucked that whole thing up. But like if you think about it, man,
Wow.
even though it's free, even though it is free, I feel like you can still somehow make it like profitable, but just like oh it seems
Well,
like oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying like the whole Tesla thing is crazy because he's eliminating money from like gas, let's say, right? Because it's all like energy, and then
Yeah.
with the solar panels, right? That's
Yeah.
gonna eliminate people spending money on electricity. Like
Yeah.
he's doing all that, so kind of like it's going. Maybe that's that whole idea, right, of
Do,
Tesla itself.
yeah. Do you know like the solar panel kind of like the bigger the panel, like the bigger the face of the panel, the
Yeah.
better,
Okay.
right? So they say like if you have like one, okay, that's good, like for like a small certain amount of space.
Yeah.
But if you want to make like big like change, it has to be like a huge field and like.
Oh, right. Right.
But the thing is, anything that affects the dollar,
Oh, yeah.
but that's so fucked up. You know what I mean? Like,
Of
oh,
course.
when you think of it like that, and you're just kind of like, man,
It's all
imagine having
crazy,
free electricity.
bro.
But they say like the way that it's made, it's obviously it's really dangerous because like it's literally electricity just flying through the air. But if you kept on like with the research and like the trial and error and all that stuff,
Oh, yeah.
we could have figured something out by now.
Could have, yeah.
We literally have Wi-Fi now. Do you know what I
I
mean?
mean, yeah, it's all possible. They're figuring stuff out now. I think even Elon has a whole new program too for internet, like satellite
Oh,
internet. You heard about that?
Direct Link or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Starlink,
Neuralink.
Deerlink or something like that.
No, I mean Neuralink is something else though. That's for your brain.
Bro, I thought that shit was like stupid, but I looked more into it and like it's like for me personally, no, because like I'm good. But someone with like Alzheimer's and like someone with like
Starlink.
actual Starlink.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Starlink. Starlink is available a limited number of users because he already has some satellites up there that can provide the internet. It's supposed to be like so fast, and
Yeah,
it's like
it's
from
in
the
Canada
space.
apparently too.
Yeah, like that's crazy. See, like that, because the technology's out there, but you don't have people like Elon that's gonna put so much money into something like that, right? Like he's
That's
the
true.
first one really trying to do it. What were we saying again though? You were just saying that
Oh, the Tesla
the
thing.
Neuralink thing.
Oh, Neuralink. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
like cuz like it's apparently it's like really big,
right,
right? But they're saying like if you think about it like as science keeps progressing and everything, it's going to get smaller and smaller
right.
and then sooner or later it just says
It's gonna be so easy to do. Yeah,
I personally think it's beneficial for people who have brain brain
right.
problems
Brain
and all that stuff,
problems.
right?
Right.
But it's just like I'm just afraid of the people who are going to use it for like, oh, I just want to be able to like read people's minds. I want to be able
Yeah,
to like
yeah.
all this stuff. Like I just like for the selfish use,
Oh yeah.
that's the issue and you know what's going to happen.
You know it's gonna happen. I was just talking about this the other day, just like how the world is so crazy. Like, even though we have all these documentaries, we have all this research that shows that we shouldn't care about social media as much, that that all these influencers are fake, that all this stuff. People know that there's money in it, so you think that us humans like we read that and then it'd be like, oh, okay, like that's nice to know. We're not gonna be so involved in that world,
Yeah.
but it's actually the opposite. Like you'd think that less people would want to, but it's becoming more of a trend to look fake, to be fake, because you know that there is money in it. So like it's actually going upwards. So like I connected to that Neuralink where it's like, oh, I can be smart and I don't have to waste time studying on my own because I heard
Yeah.
this thing could people will do it and they will
Yeah.
put money into it because like anything to just be
Shortcuts,
better in the
bro.
short, yeah, shortcuts, all these shortcuts. I mean, Instagram, there's a shortcut to make money by being fake on it. Like people are making money being fake on Instagram. So it's like,
Yeah.
no matter how bad, like, yeah, I can know all the bad signs to it, but if I know I can make 4,000 a month being fake on Instagram, I don't care what you say. So that there's a lot of people like that in the world now. Like,
Uh bro, that was a lot of taken.
yeah,
No, like
it's
okay,
crazy.
what were we saying?
Are you still high?
Oh yeah. No, I understood what you said. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
I
I
was trying to
definitely
connect
put you in
something
a
to
whole
it
different zone with that.
because
I
I was
could
thinking I was
tell.
like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and then I was like, I thought of something and I was like, okay, this is gonna link to it, and then all of a sudden I was like, wait, what was I gonna say to that? I was gonna link to what you were gonna say. No,
Oh, dude.
uh the whole fake thing. Okay, did you hear about that? What was it? Okay, remember I told you to
Yeah.
watch some episodes of Black
Yeah,
Mirror?
I
Did
was
you?
just gonna tell you that I have to watch it. I seen the trailer
Okay.
and I was showing my sister too. I was like, "Yo, this is pretty sick. I have
No,
to
no,
watch
no,
this."
bro. Trust me. You. It's fucked up because I saw this. I saw this like before, like a while ago.
It's been out for a while,
Yeah,
right?
like I saw this a while ago, and then now that I'm like, now that I'm in like 2021, and then I'm looking at like I remember these episodes. I'm looking at life. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
That's
Like,
crazy.
for example, there's a episode where like there's army men and women, and they like fight these creatures, okay? But like at the end of the day, it's the moral of the story is like we're so desensitized from certain things
Yeah.
where like we can be brainwashed into thinking of some like we look at something, but like we've been brainwashed to look at it as something
Yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah.
And like you see that now where it's kind of like you said, Instagram, like
Right.
you got to be fake and you put on this like filter, but
Yeah.
like take those filters off and like what the fuck is this?
Oh yeah. And it's just like that thing just goes so deep where it's just like what happened to this world? Like it almost feels like why do we need normal jobs when there's people that are manipulating the system, living their life so freely? You know, like I see them online every day. Like I'm like, why is this guy living in a penthouse in Miami doing all this? Because he's helping girls on OnlyFans
Bro,
promote themselves. I have this guy that I follow. He's literally living his life. He's got like
he's
Off-White,
a pimp.
Dior. He's going there all the time. Yeah, he knows how to use Instagram advertisements. So he helps these girls around Miami that walk around their bathing suits, and he shows screenshots. How he's like, I just helped this girl make 70,000 this month, and so he's like getting a cut because he's helping her, and
Of
he's doing
course.
that with multiple people. Now, how
Bro,
about that girl that's actually making the money? Then she's one of them also living in a penthouse in Miami. And then
exactly.
it's like a never ending, like, of this whole new generation where it's like, what the hell is going on? Like, is this
Bro,
even right?
we live in a world right now where a girl who just turns 18 makes an OnlyFans and makes $6 million.
Right. That's
Bad
it.
baby.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
She just turns 18. She makes an OnlyFans, $6 million right there. Think of it like this too. You know who Chris D'Elia is?
Yeah. I know the name. Is it, who is he? Comedian?
Comedian.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's like friends with like Brian Callen and all of them.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
He got in trouble because he was like grooming girls like who were like under 18, but once they turned 18 it seemed like okay, as long as you're 18 we're cool.
Okay.
So it's very like predator vibe, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What that pretty much means is like you like underage chicks, but you want it like at least legal, so like the least legal you can
Right.
get.
Right. Right. Right.
Did you like the fact that like what's her name, Danielle Bergoli, whatever her name is, the fact
Yeah.
that this girl got $6 million after turning 18? Think, oh my god.
She got literally a million. She showed that screenshot in 6 hours.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 1,000,006 hours. I don't know why I said 6 million.
It
One
probably
million
is
six
6 million
hours.
by now, but if you
But
got a million in 6 hours,
she probably made more than LeBron.
my
These
God, man.
OnlyFans girls are making more than NBA players probably.
I don't know if I'm just speaking out for like guys and stuff, but like, why the hell would you have to do that? Anyways, this is the thing that's puzzling me. I would get if there's like a couple hundred girls that are out in the world and you're willing to pay because you haven't seen a girl like that in your life. Okay, there's
Yeah.
guys like that in the world, but like there's thousands of girls that ain't even nothing and they're spending money like that. Like, what is going on?
It's wait, are you saying like why
It's
are the girls doing it or
nice.
why is
So
it being
where are these guys coming from that are spending their money
it's
like
because
that?
it's so easy, bro.
And not even just the subscriptions, like the tips and stuff. Like they're showing how you could spend like 200 just to get like an exclusive video or something. I'm like, why would you do that?
That's what I'm saying.
Like
It
what?
in all
Just for
honesty,
the
it's did you hear that the age of male virginity has gone up?
really?
Yeah. And
I mean, it explains itself
because it's
if
so
that's what's
easy.
going on.
Exactly. It's so easy to like just
To
go on the
just be at
computer and just jerk
home and
off.
not right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But then they're also saying it's because of like Tinder and all that stuff and like Bumble where like the girl gets to choose because
Yeah.
they say that girls mature more like faster than boys, right?
Faster. Yeah, yeah.
So like, before the only girls that we were able to meet were the girls in school, right? If we
Mm-hmm.
hung out in the same friend circle,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like if you go to like a high school party, like
Work, school, that's
work, school,
big.
like stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Now it's kind of like you can go on the phone, you can get guys who are like more mature, more older. So these younger girls are being like, hey, I don't want to deal with this like immature 20-year
Right.
old. I want to
Yeah.
go for this 30-year old who has like nice, still has a nice car, has a nice job, blah blah
Yeah, yeah,
blah.
yeah.
So and all of a sudden these
The
20-year olds are
dynamic changed.
exactly. So that the 20-year olds are kind of like, oh fuck. So
Right.
I think that's why they say 40 is the new 30 and 30 is the new 20.
Okay. Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
see?
yeah. I get it.
Because now these 30-year olds are you're getting looked at as like, oh shit, like yeah, you might be 30, but like you're pretty successful. Like you're still young. You're not
Yeah.
old.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that might have to do like I heard that theory somewhere, but like I'm saying like I think that actually has a pretty good effect on the fact that male virginity, like age virginity, has gone up.
Right, right. I don't know, it just goes so deep, man. Like
It does go
I've
so
been thinking about it every time I go on where I'm just like, what is when I'm looking at this person like how is this happening, man? Like
it's honestly speaking, it's like I hate to get religious and everything, but like it's one of the seven deadly sins, right? Lust.
right.
Like you just it's temptation. Like you can't help it.
It's like the end of the world almost though, because like where does the
Don't say that,
reality
man. That
sneak
shit
in?
scares me. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I mean, because it's just like I don't know how do you um,
Reverse.
reverse it because like these people do exist and they did make this much money doing what they did. So it's like how does it get reversed?
I think the way it gets reversed is you be patient, you do your thing, you don't let that shit bug you. That's
Right?
not a
Because
goal in life.
that
If you
won't
look
last, right?
exactly, if you look at that and you're envious of that, are you envious of the money or like if it's the money, then you can work towards that.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like people have to understand that yes, they're living lavishly, but they're literally showing off their pussy and tits.
Right,
Like okay, like it's kind of like it's like there's a price you have to pay to get there that fast. Are you willing to pay
right.
that price? If you're willing to pay
Exactly.
that price, it's like signing your soul to the devil.
Yeah.
I hate to say it like that. You know what I mean? But like
Right. It is in some sort of way like you kind of you did it. You got one life and you did it. You chose to do that with your life. So now you got to live with it, right?
and tell let's say these like these let's say fresh 18-year-olds
Hmm.
to 25. Okay, that's 6 years.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll say 30 till 30.
Yeah.
You're doing OnlyFans. Let's say you want to settle down now. Okay, I'm done doing OnlyFans. I've made enough money. You are now known as an OnlyFans person. It's like one of those porn stars trying to get their kids into a school, and all of a
Right.
sudden the faculty does a little check on the mom or the dad.
Yeah, I can see
Yo,
that.
I knew I recognized you.
Right. It already happened now. I think I seen it on the news like not too long ago. Some
There's like a
lady like
documentary of it I saw on uh what was it? Netflix.
really? There's a
Yeah.
document. I thought I just seen a news clip like a mom started an OnlyFans and she got so big that the school had to they didn't allow her kids to go to that school because the kids recognized who the mom was because that's how big she got.
See, and this is what's so fucked up. Why would you like?
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like you have children. Do you like? Do you not think of your kids?
But that's what she was saying. You see, because everybody has their own mentality where she's just like, I was able to make this much money doing that, so now I
Yeah.
can like, take my kids and do what
Yeah.
I can support them and stuff because that's her
Yeah.
thought. But then the school is like, well, now it's messing up the integrity of the school because like
You
every
have an
time your kids are in
OnlyFans.
school, then that's like the only
Yeah.
thing being brought up, and it's kind of that's obviously not right. Like you don't want kids to be
Yeah.
talking about that in school all the time,
I
Like
mean, is
that's
it
how
gonna
big
matter?
it
Kids are
got,
going to school or not? Are they gonna even go to school? It's all
All right.
online. They're
Now
gonna
they're
be.
good. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It's like,
It doesn't
hey
matter.
Billy, can your mom come on screen real quick? do it for the vine.
He's like, your mom come over.
Bro, you want to hear
Oh,
you want to hear a
God.
millennial your mama joke?
Uh-oh.
Your mama's so dumb she failed the COVID test.
Oh my God, bro. Where did you get that one,
I saw it on
bro?
Instagram.
So bad, bro.
Bro, I literally actually died when I heard that. I was like, that's literally like that's such a 2020 line.
Such a 2020. I'm
Oh
sick of
man.
2020, bro.
Well, that's a good thing we're in 2021, bro. Honestly, okay, I'll be honest with you, man.
I
Like,
say 2020, I mean like the whole decade. Like I feel like this whole decade shot. I feel like it's so done, dude.
30s, here we come, bro.
Yeah. Some difference gotta happen, bro, because
um, what was I gonna say? The whole okay, we are talking about whole like
I feel
us
like it
being
was
too
so
technology.
2010, 2011 was so interesting because it just like
Oh,
Instagram came out, people were starting to use Twitter,
it's because it was
technology was getting a little bit better. It's like,
because it was
okay,
fresh.
yeah,
And we like I'm not saying that we were like the most responsible with it because like there was a lot of cyberbullying going on like
yeah,
during our
sure,
high
there was
school.
problems. Yeah,
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 like I remember in high school, there's this girl, I can't remember her name. Actually, I do remember her name, but I just don't want to say it.
yeah.
Um, she killed herself, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Cause like yeah, cause she was like a senator, like Ottawa senator, assistant coach's daughter, something like that. And it was like a nude picture of her that got like spread around school.
Oh,
And yeah, man, it was
that's
crazy. Like
crazy.
it's like I think that was
I
one of
think,
my first like
yeah,
not experience it, but like I was like, oh shit, like
that this is real.
this
Like
yeah,
this
this
type of
happened
stuff
and she killed
happens.
herself because of it.
I haven't seen, yeah, even without social media. I mean, like that type of stuff was happening through text. I remember, like in
Mm-hmm.
sixth, seventh grade, like people would send a text out. There's some picture of somebody. You get in
Yeah,
trouble real quick, like
yeah,
that. People find out because technology wasn't that sophisticated, so it's easy to
exactly,
know like who had that picture. Da da da. You know, it's crazy.
exactly, bro.
Email, that type of stuff
I
was
remember,
bad.
bro. How did I tell you? I remember when I used to get my phone taken away.
Uh-huh.
I used to, I used to
Email people.
email.
You're like, yo, I don't have my phone, but I
Just doing
can.
homework.
Yeah,
It's a work email.
they're like, oh, yeah. Oh,
um,
man.
but we were saying like technology and stuff. Okay, do you remember I told you a story about not well, yeah, story I guess, but it was like an alien story about this school in where is it? Rua, Zimbabwe or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Like these
What?
aliens came down and like they talked like they like interacted with these kids
Oh,
kind
right,
of,
right, right.
and like the kids were saying that when we looked at these aliens, it's like we had this feeling that the world is becoming too technological.
Oh,
This is back in 1994.
what?
So like looking at the world now and then like knowing that story and like hearing what those kids said, saying like I got this feeling, I've never had this feeling before, especially in 1994.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like this thing like the world is become like we shouldn't become too like dependent on technology. Like
Technology.
we're going towards that. In a sense, it was like a warning, and good God, did we not listen?
Okay, bro.
Man,
That's crazy.
it is crazy, man. Oh, okay. Speaking of aliens, I want to tell you a story. Actually, no, I'll tell you the story after the show.
Okay.
But I was gonna say,
It's
is there
too
anything
much.
else? Oh, there's something else I wanted to say. I can't even remember.
Yeah, because we haven't been on in a while. You probably had stuff
Yeah.
saved.
Here, let me look at this thing. Oh, I was gonna say, there's an episode of Black Mirror where
Hmm.
so it's you rate people. So like, let's say me and you bumped into each other. I would look down. Your profile would pop up on my phone, and there'd be like a rating system out of 10.
Oh,
So this world, like in one of the episodes, the world is based on that. And if your score is lower than a certain score, people looked at you funny,
wow.
right? So it's like a caste system type situation. And people
Yeah,
were so fake. They'd be fake just so they get like likes and stuff.
right.
Apparently China, some part in China is starting to do that.
They're doing that already. Yeah.
Yeah. How fucked up is that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Here, let me see
That's
what I
already happening there. Yeah, they got a whole system. You can get points docked off if they see you even on cameras on the street not
Yeah.
behaving a certain way.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, that's what's insane. Okay. Do you know how like back in like the 70s, 80s, maybe a little bit of the 90s, like serial killers were a thing?
mhm.
Do you think the reason why they stopped is because there's literally cameras everywhere?
I mean, the people still do it.
They still do it, but like in a sense, like you don't hear about like you don't really hear about like, oh, there's like a serial killer on the loose. Like you hear about people getting killed and stuff, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
but
They
like
get
you don't hear
caught so
about,
fast.
yeah, like you don't hear about like someone going on a spree of killing people
Right.
unless it's like a mass murder.
Right. I feel like that's like that with so much stuff now, though. You just need to be so slick now.
Oh, okay, I remember what I was gonna ask you about. Um, this is gonna be like a little tough subject. Um, so this whole Asian hate thing going on in America, I want to ask you about that actually.
Uh-oh. No, but I don't know anything about that, bro. That's the thing. Like I'm saying, I don't see that like
Yeah,
personally, you know. So that's
that's what I was
what's
gonna
tough.
ask you. Like, what are your thoughts? Like, have you
Yeah,
seen it personally? Like,
that's the thing. I didn't even see it, but it's
yeah,
like that's obviously you know, like even with like Black Lives Matter,
yeah,
right? Like it's just one of those things that like it's there. Like obviously if we were Asian and we grew up, like we probably would hear stories about it all day, right?
mm,
Like, but I think because at least for me, like I've been around more black people to actually hear those stories. So then when
yeah,
these type of things happen, then it's like, oh, I already heard this, so
yeah,
this makes
yeah.
sense. But I guess like in the Asian community, you don't really know. I mean, I was close to an Asian girl not too long ago where I was hearing stuff where she would tell me like
Mm-hmm.
that people would talk to her a certain way or say certain things. So like I guess I can kind of understand, right? Like
Was it like like did it start happening like right after like COVID, or was it like before
it was
COVID?
before COVID.
Before COVID. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Not
Yeah,
sure that it was happening. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like it's a sad thing. Like even when we say that, like I would just say that about anything, any culture. It's just like when you're different,
Mm-hmm.
people will just treat you differently.
Yeah.
As sad as it is, like that's a. I know it's like a big topic, but like
Mm-hmm.
sad people wrap their head around that. It's just tough. Like when you're different, it doesn't matter where you're from, but like when you're different from that place, it's hard to find people that'll understand you. You
Oh,
know,
100%.
not to say that there are people that will understand you,
Mm-hmm.
right? But there are so many other people that won't
Yeah.
understand you. Like
Yeah, yeah.
that's like the underlining thing. Like there's a lot of factors. I think I can say from moving around a lot,
Mm-hmm.
like places that are multicultural,
Mm-hmm.
even if you find people that might in their mind believe that they can't relate to you because you're a different race,
Right.
because they're around so many other cultures, they don't show that, right? Because it's
Yeah.
harder for them to show it. But like when you live somewhere where it is highly majority of people are, let's say, white, let's just
Right.
put that out, and it's like they didn't grow up around a lot of other cultures. They
Right,
don't
right.
have a reason to show that they need to care about your culture because one, they never grew up around other cultures.
Yeah.
They don't even know how to act around you because you're another culture, and they only know their own culture.
That is
So
true. Yeah.
you get that energy,
It's kind of like
you
that fear
know?
of the unknown, right? Type situation.
Right, right. It's like that's that
Okay.
whole thing. But if you go to New York, it's like if you grew up there your whole life, you've been around different cultures your whole life, you might be white, grew up in a white family, but you kind of know how to behave and how other cultures behave because you've been around it so much,
Yeah.
right? You might not personally like it, you might have your own prejudice to it or whatever, but you
Mm-hmm.
won't necessarily show it because you kind of understand how to maneuver around that whole around different cultures, if I would say that.
Yeah.
So, I think the main thing though, like with the Asian thing, I don't know what you wanted to say about it, but if we go back to that, it did stem off a lot about like just how America perceives
Yeah.
Asians, because like that's been a big thing. I don't know about in Canada, but like that's been a big thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
obviously from the way how Trump would speak on Chinese, and like how certain issues that there might be like government
Yeah.
wise and like stuff. So like because like we said, it's like the unknown. So people that haven't traveled there, haven't spoken to Chinese people, you're only gonna hear what you hear, and that's what you're gonna assume.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how Arabs, you might not know that there could be very nice, peaceful Arabs, like they're
Oh
very
yeah.
like, well, this and that. No, because obviously they bomb people. And look at all the wars we have, right? Like, so then you
Yeah.
just, based on what you hear, that's what you're gonna think, right?
Yeah.
It just goes back to that.
um yeah, like in all honesty, like I grew up I grew up in the ghetto. I grew up in Ottawa, like
A lot of
you
different cultures around.
exactly. So like
Yeah,
in all honesty, like growing up, like I guess like being racist, right? Like being like legit racist was wrong, but
right.
like we'd all make fun of each other, and like we make fun of each other's ethnicity. Like, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like
Right.
I'm a Muslim. I was called Hindu for like God knows how long. You know what I mean? Just because I was brown. You know what I mean? Like in
Right.
a sense, like I was that stereotype, and I was usually like
Exactly.
the only brown kid, right?
Right.
And then there'd be like the Somali guys, right?
Right.
Right? You got like the Somali guys with the big teeth, big foreheads,
Yeah,
right? Then you got
everybody would
the
say that.
Arabs, right?
Yeah,
Then you
exactly. Yeah.
like then you have the Asians. Like so we like I grew up making jokes like that, like because in a sense
Right.
like it's how we grew up. It's because we were friendly like that.
Friendly, yeah. It wasn't taken personally.
Yeah, but when it comes to like the hate stuff, like the only time it would be hate is if like someone just got mad because it's the easiest thing to say.
Right, right.
I had a theory on this. So I heard a theory from Andrew Schultz's podcast, and then I
Okay.
kind of wanted to add to that theory with my own theory.
Yeah.
So he says that in America, there's white America
Yeah.
and then there's black America,
Okay.
right? So you have the white culture,
Right.
but then there's also black culture in America, right?
It is, yeah.
And if you think about it, the only like when someone acts if someone acts like a little bit proper, what do you say? Yo, you're whitewashed,
Yeah, yeah.
right? But if someone acts like a little like ghetto, a little like gangster and everything, you'd be like, okay, you're acting ghetto. Like, what are you doing?
Right, right.
So in a sense, for in the States at least, what one of the guys was saying, Akash, he was saying like as a brown person, as an Asian person, there what identity do we have that we can like kind of do? Because we have to kind of like branch and like take some off of you, but like if we take something off of you, you'll be like, what are you doing?
Uh-huh.
So that's
Uh-huh.
what they're saying, like with the whole Asian hate thing. It's kind of like, also think about it like this: with Asian hate, there's hate not only from COVID, but it's from Vietnam, from Korea, like
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
like it stems from back there. So like in a sense,
Right.
like that hate is carried on
Yeah.
till now. So I see the Asian hate, like in a sense, it probably was really big back in the day, and like now that it's happening again,
Yeah.
so like in a sense, like I can see it like rising and stuff. And then with like the brown people, like uh like with Arabs in America, or
Yeah.
like brown people in America, you instantly terrorists
Right. Yeah.
because of
So easy.
9/11.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So in a sense, because I feel like because America connects these races, like the Asians, to like uh Pearl Harbor and all that stuff. Like Asians are just Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
Chinese, Koreans, like
Right.
all of them, right? And then when it comes to terrorism, it's not really Arabs, it's just brown.
Brown, yeah.
So I think that's what I think that's where like the hate stems from, is because there's like a personal like feeling against it.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? But
Makes
the thing
sense.
with America too, I also do think not only is there a white culture, black culture, there's also Hispanic culture. And
Yeah.
why is there Hispanic culture? Because Mexico is right down there.
Right. Yeah,
Do you know what I
exactly.
mean? So in a sense, it feels like home to those three races, but anyone else is kind of like am I welcome or am I not?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Boogie, do you know that movie Boogie?
Oh, right. I didn't watch it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah.
Tell me that isn't probably a good movie for the Asians and the black community to like unite and be like, yes, Black Lives Matter, yes, stop
Yeah.
Asian hate. Now you can unite. But the tricky part about that is that, do you think that if you go, okay, Black lives obviously matter, Asian lives, okay, obviously matter, someone's gonna be like, okay, doesn't everyone's life matter then? I feel like,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
think and I feel like that's the problem with the whole like Black Lives Matter thing, is that like
Always the problem.
that's it, just the wording of it.
Because nobody understands each other. Because then, of course, then you're gonna have the white people where it's like, well, I don't have anything against anybody. Why can't we all like each other? But it's like because he's
Exactly.
just looking at himself. People need to be
Exactly.
more truthful. Like as a white person, you need to admit the flaws about the other people that are also white. You know, like you
Exactly.
might be a great white person, but look at the other one, and you need to
Exactly.
be open to it too. You know,
Yeah.
like
In a
maybe
sense,
from.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say for me, like why I say it's so easy is because I have two different cultures, and my
Oh
parents have
yeah, no,
always
yeah,
been.
for sure.
I have parents that are very honest about people from their own country.
Yeah,
Where there's some
like
people
they
that
call their own
aren't
bullshit.
honest about their country, right? They're
Yeah,
like, "What do you mean? Like this is we are the best. We have like some
yeah,
people are like that. Like my mom will say the good and the bad about the country. My dad will say the good and the bad about the people in the country. It's like we need to be honest with each other. What's going on?
exactly,
So that's why, like, I guess, and then since I was born here and I see everybody, right? Then it's like I also have that open mind where it's like, come on, can't you just be honest a little bit about what you're trying to
exactly.
say? Like it would make things easier.
And like the thing is that like I was talking about this with one of my friends. Uh, the problem with a lot of people is that they can't admit to their fault, even though they could be right. There's something that you did wrong, obviously, that
Yeah.
in that conversation that caused there to be like some sort of miscommunication. But you're so
Right.
prideful that you're like, it's not me at all, it's you. And that's when
Yeah.
it's kind of like, okay, if
Right.
you're gonna, the thing is, if someone, it's better for a conversation if there's shared blame
Right.
versus single blame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like the whole like I am what is it? I am Icarus. I am like like that like where he stands up. I am this, and then all of a sudden everyone starts
Oh,
standing
right.
up saying
Right. Right.
I'm
Right.
this guy. I'm this guy. So in a
Uh-huh.
sense, so it's kind of like oh, like we can all work together. We'll all take the blame. Okay, cool. Then we can work past this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just people are too prideful nowadays,
Too
man.
prideful. Yeah. That's what it goes down to.
Oh, what was I gonna say again? What you were saying, like, I come from like just a Bengali family,
Right.
right?
Right.
Rochelle comes from a native and Belgian family, and like because because I came here when I was 2. I was raised here pretty much, and I'm
Right.
pretty much born and raised here pretty much, right?
Right. Right.
So because of that, like I remember that growing up, it was just so weird, right? Because like it was
Yeah.
someone who wasn't part of my culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as I grew up, it became more normal because it was kind of looked at because like my siblings, they all married someone who was brown,
Okay.
right? Not from the same culture. My sister, my eldest sister, she's the only one that married someone who's Bengali. My
Okay.
brother married a Sri Lankan. My sister married an Indian guy.
Okay.
So what I was gonna say is that like because I was born and raised like because I was raised here, I looked at everything completely differently than they did.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And so I can't even remember
Okay, yeah, that
what my
is that is no,
you know what I
that's very
mean?
interesting though. I didn't even think about that.
So in a sense, like
Right, because
because
all your siblings grew up out there. You were the first one that actually was kind of like this is all you know.
yeah, exactly. So in a sense, like the way I look at everything is, I shit you not, is so different than like the rest of my family.
For sure, yeah, and it's
You know
probably
what I
so
mean?
weird for you, right? Because it's like they
Yeah.
really don't understand probably where you're
Plus,
coming
I'm
from.
10 years younger than them.
Yeah, it's a
So
big
you know what I
difference.
mean? So that's and that's when, and I feel like that's where my whole like understanding comes from, because it's kind of
Yeah,
like that's what like I was like, that's what always try to do with my family. It's like,
right.
okay, this is my side, this is your side. We gotta somehow figure this out. You know what I
Such
mean?
a crazy dynamic because you must have like you were in this house that you have this Bengali culture around you, right?
Yeah,
Your household was like
yeah,
Bengali, like yeah, everything about it. But
yeah,
when you went to school, you went out, you were in Canada.
yeah,
But the thing is that is kind of what you know because this is where you grew up. You were born in Canada and stuff like
yeah,
that. But like for your family, you still carried that Bengali tradition because they grew up out there and they had,
yeah,
that's what they knew.
yeah,
So that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't even
yeah.
think of that.
And I'll be honest with you, man. Like I personally feel like you have some immigrant families that come here and they try to bring the rules that were back there. They try to bring them over here. You know what I mean? But in a sense, it's kind of like, do you remember how Joe Rogan left California and he moved to Texas?
Yeah, yeah.
And like, all the Texans were saying, don't bring what you ran away from over here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So in a sense, that it's the same thing. It's like, don't bring what you ran away from over here. When you come
Mm,
here, you know, when you come here, you gotta adapt. And I think
gotta
that's another
adapt.
problem with some people. Like again, that's where pride comes in.
Right,
If
right.
you adapt, in a sense you've like what's the word I'm looking for? You sold out. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
Oh, like
right.
you know what I mean? Like now like you've become westernized.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But then it's like, but then why did you leave then? And then what are you
Exactly.
trying to do? You know, like what is it
Exactly.
exactly that you're trying to do? I get it. There's obviously a balance that comes into play for sure, you know?
Oh yeah, bro. Oh, there's something else I want to say. I forgot. Wait, let me see if I can find it.
It's a good topic.
Bro. Asian hate. Oh, Boogie, the movie Boogie.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, not that. It was. Did you hear about that guy that like kicked that Asian lady?
Oh my God. Like I saw,
It,
yeah, someone recently where they had that
recently, it was like a black guy who just got out of jail.
he just like kicked that lady so hard.
Bro, I'll be honest with you. When I first heard it, I was kind of like, "Oh shit!" Is this because I heard of Asian hate? I'm like, "Oh shit! Is this a racist thing?" I hate
Yeah.
this. I hate to say it like this, but I instantly thought the guy was white.
Right, because
You know what I
that's
mean?
what you normally think, right?
And then when I found out he was black, I was like, "Oh shit! This is like, it's like the oppressed fucking like fighting with the oppressed, and the oppressor is just watching like, all right, cool, go ahead."
Right.
But then I looked more into the story. This guy got released from prison after like serving 12, 13, no, 17 years for stabbing his mom to death.
Oh,
Why is he out?
yeah, that's crazy.
Because they're trying to do some prison reform. He gets out, he does this. So I personally think, bro, if you're in jail for 12, 30, like, oh, sorry, 17 years, they hate, if you're beating this lady up because she's Asian, it's probably because they hate you carried from like the early 2000s.
Maybe, yeah,
You know
like
what I mean?
something crazy. Like
It's
that
not
guy should
because of
just be in
COVID and
jail.
like
Yeah.
exactly. You're criminally insane.
Right.
If you're gonna
Right.
anyone who stabs his mom to death, you're criminally insane.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how's he out? That's
That's what I'm
crazy.
saying. But like they're trying to make it into this like oh like Asian hate blah blah blah. But I personally think that they chose now thinking about it, I kind of think they kind of maybe chose a black guy to make it like oh look, it's not just like white guys who are doing
Mm,
racist stuff.
like it could have been
But don't get me wrong.
crazy like that.
Okay, I'll be honest with you, bro. I personally like I feel bad for white people what the fact that they're automatically labeled as racist.
It's tough, right?
It's so tough, bro. Because they have to literally like they have to come to you as like, hey, oh wait, that like can I say this? Like
And then
I'll
it
be like,
just
yo,
comes off
relax.
weird. Now, yeah, now
Yeah,
it's
like you're
like just
coming off as like
relax.
I gotta want to talk to you.
Right.
But I understand what you're doing. But like the thing is that like it's sad because like it's like labeling all Arabs terrorists. It's like labeling all
Yeah.
Asians fucking commies. You know what I mean?
What I was gonna say is like, yeah, you have this whole dynamic now where it's like, because we're focused so much about like the whites being racist. So obviously someone needs to combat that. And so then what happens is that the black culture now feels like they need to stand strong because they don't want to be always victim.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have the white people that aren't racist,
Mm-hmm.
well, now black people kind of have to take a second step to be like, just to be safe. Then it makes the whole situation wrong because then it's like that one person that isn't racist is actually coming up to that black person, hey, what's up, da da da. Now
Yeah.
the black person like, why are you trying to be too cool? This when really that white person's probably that like that the whole time, but he's like, why are you
Yeah.
trying to be all like that? Like, trying to
Like, are
be
you just trying to
involved
be
in
my friend because I'm black?
yeah, yeah, like it's all being looked at the wrong way now, where it's like,
Yeah.
no, like this is how I am with everybody. But now it's
So
hard to believe because you know
yeah.
that other people are not.
So now literally you have to stick to your own fucking kind.
Right, because now you feel like it's just gonna be so off, it's gonna be so wrong. Even with black people now, it's like, yeah, we gave white people a chance so that we can adapt with them. We don't see it happening, so we just want to have our own black-owned businesses. We want to have everything black this and black that because
Yeah.
we can't trust them no more. But it's like I understand now because it became so bad, but it just is it sucks because it's like how can you find a middle ground after whatever's been happening, right? It seems almost impossible, like the
Yeah.
way how things have moved forward, you know?
Here, I'm gonna find this thing that Kanye said. Shade. I think it was on the shade room. Uh, it was like also. Did you hear about Paul Pierce?
No, yeah, I
Ah,
forgot. We should have said something about that.
bro,
That's crazy.
I saw this thing and it was saying that like For only 313 for only 313 live viewers, this guy risked his ESPN career. I fucking cried.
I like how he said it on there. He's like, man, screw ESPN. I don't care what they do. Like,
Bro,
okay, well, what?
he
Like,
literally had this thing of like he had a video of him laughing, but I swear to God, like he had glasses on, but it looked like he was crying underneath.
yeah, people were saying that that laugh was like a laugh where you know he was crying inside.
Exactly. If you're going to see Kanye.
He was like,
Oh, I really wish I saved him. He was pretty. Kanye.
Hashtag smile. That was the best part. He put hashtag smile. Like he's trying to prove that he's good.
It's like the
Like,
smile he did when Jalen Rose called his stats out.
oh,
Do
and
you
he's
remember
like,
that?
yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
Oh, I can't find it. Anyways, it was Kanye pretty much saying that like he was saying pretty much that like there's so much land for the way he said it, like it made sense, but obviously like there's certain obstacles that are stopping the black community from owning land. But he's pretty much saying there's so much land that you can own.
Right.
You just gotta go, like you just gotta go out and just go get
And
it.
just get it. Yeah.
But like obviously that's easier said than done because like the redlining and all that stuff, right?
Hmm.
Like you try not to sell. But he does have a point. There is a lot of land. I personally think they just gotta move out of the city.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the thing is like what money?
That too. I mean, now with the COVID thing's crazy is like people don't work in these big corporate buildings anymore,
Mm-hmm.
which is so funny because like right before COVID, there was already a statistic and an estimate of how many buildings are being built in cities to make these mega cities within the
Oh
next 20
God.
years.
Yeah.
But that went to a halt because they realized people found out you could just like buy a nice house and pay a mortgage almost the same amount you would in the city, but you got a whole house to yourself, calm. You got your Wi-Fi because you're working from home now. Like it's like
Exactly.
oh, I actually like this more. I don't have to, you know.
Yeah, and the work is probably gonna like you could probably write off your internet bill because you're
Yeah,
using the like you know what I mean?
yeah. It's a whole different thing now. Right.
Oh man.
The world switched up.
Um. Oh, we were talking about okay. What were we talking about before this?
So what's talking about Elon?
Elon. No wait, it was. Oh, I can't remember.
Asian hate.
Asian hate. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. The whole like the white people being labeled as like their stereotype is now being racist. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
do you know how people would be like, oh, white people don't really have a stereotype? Well, now they do. It's being racist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is that like I would be lying if I said that I've only witnessed white people being racist.
Right, which is crazy, right?
You know what I mean? Like I've literally witnessed Arabs being racist. I'll say this towards me.
Yeah.
I've
Okay,
seen
like towards you.
yeah,
Okay.
I've seen Arabs being racist towards me. I've seen black people being racist towards me. You know what I mean? It happens.
Yeah.
But I just think putting a color to it is what's dangerous because now
Yeah.
it's just going to be that it just seems like okay, no other color can be racist now.
Mm-hmm.
When that's not the
It's
truth,
not true. It's not.
bro. Brown people, like okay, Asian people, brown people too. Think of it like this: there's because like it's the stereotype of like they always just hang out with themselves,
Right.
right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
In a way, don't you think that's kind of racist? Like, why aren't you having any other friends? It's just only you
Yeah.
guys.
Right. It is
To me,
true, right?
in a way, it
Why aren't you
happens
being open-minded to hang out with anybody, right?
exactly. So in a sense, we see it and we're like we're okay with it in a way because it's kind of like okay, you hang out with yourselves.
Uh-huh.
But in another way, it's kind of like they're obviously closed-minded people.
Yeah.
Closed-minded. I
That
don't want
is
to say like
very
in a
true.
bad
No,
way,
no,
but do
no.
you know what I'm
But
trying
yeah,
to
you're
say?
right. Like it does they find themselves with each other.
Yeah.
It is something, I'm telling you. But maybe it's just because it just seems easier to. Like it might not even be the fact that they are being racist. It's like
Comfort.
maybe because we grew up like here, like in North America, like
Yeah.
from young, like we feel like this is where. But like if we didn't, then it's kind of like maybe the our own language, our like origin is
Mm-hmm.
more like we feel more comfortable to it because that's what we would have grown up with, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's where they come from, where it's like I don't really know how to speak English that well, but I can
Yeah.
speak, I can speak Asian with my Asian friend that I met here.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I feel better, like
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
not everybody has that confidence factor, like that mentality when they come into a country where it's like, I want to learn American, I want to learn English, I want to be American or like
Yeah.
Canadian, and I want to like, right? Not everybody is confident like that and so outspoken to want to do that, right?
Yeah. Oh, I was also gonna say this. Do you know how like some people complain? Not America. Like I've heard other people complain about this too. Like when
Yeah,
other people come into your country and like they kind of like take your jobs.
yeah.
I thought about it, and it's like if you like us as North Americans, we're so like accustomed to our freedoms, our
I got an
rights, our
easy
everything.
answer to that. Yeah.
But then these guys who are coming here, they're kind of like this is what you need me to do. Okay, you pay me this much.
Hmm.
Okay,
Right.
but then all of a sudden, like when they realize, because they're comparing it to back home, it's kind of like this is nothing. I'll do it. I don't give a shit.
Right.
But then because we're kind of like because we are just kind of like, well, I don't want to do that.
Got an easy answer to that. That's
Yeah,
like
go ahead.
normal. I see that every day. That's
Yeah,
just like you said, right? Like this is their homeland. Like this is just like all they feel so comfortable out here.
yeah,
People that move in is like, wait, I need a job. I need to make money because I don't have nothing else, right? Like I
exactly,
need to go in. I need to prove myself. I'll
exactly.
do whatever I need to do. It's like that's just simply put. Like I see it all day. I manage like so many places, man. Like everywhere I go, like it's sad to say, but most of the time, like the white people that come in, they want to work, like they want their freedom. They're gonna be picky. They want to
Mm-hmm.
do this and that. The other guy, like, is gonna bust his ass and he won't question anything because
Mm-hmm.
he feels like he's here to work and he needs to get his job done, right? Like,
Yeah,
without a question, it's just it naturally happens like that without me even having to like look at it. Like, it's
yeah.
just that's what it is.
Like I'll be honest with you, like I'm like with one of my other jobs, like there are a lot of times where it's very questionable. I'm like, what? Like I shouldn't be doing this. Like blah blah blah.
Right,
But
right.
then at the end of the day, in my head, I'm like, it's a job that needs to be done. I'm the person that needs to do it. Yes, I can bitch and complain right now, but the job needs to be done right now. We'll figure this out
Mhm.
after.
Right. Yeah.
So, in a sense, like there's that mix of like, okay, I'm gonna put my head down and work because I need to do that.
Yeah.
But the things that I need to speak on, I will speak on.
Exactly.
But people are too picky, bro.
It's crazy, man. It is.
Man, yeah. Honestly speaking, because I think like I went from like what flipping. I used to mow lawns. Then I worked with then I worked with the cops. Then I worked with American Eagle. Then I worked out in Alberta.
Hmm.
Then I worked at McDonald's, and now I
Yeah,
work
so
at
you've
FedEx.
experienced it all.
So in a sense, like I don't know, I just see like I just seen different type of workers in all like
Yeah.
the fields, and the most common thing it all is just lack of I don't even know what it is discipline. I guess it's kind of like
Yeah.
they just want to complain.
Yeah, just like the work ethic thing
Yeah,
too.
work ethic.
Like,
There you go.
why
Lack of
would
work
I
ethic.
work? Why would I need to work like so hard if I'm still
Yeah,
getting the same amount of money at the end of the week? Da da da.
yeah.
Like,
Thank God you said that. I remembered what I was gonna say now.
oh, what is that?
So Kanye was saying, remember he's saying to buy the whole land,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but then he goes, but like I think he was talking about rappers, like typical rappers. He goes, you want to say like prison reform, this, that, blah, 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 but then all of a sudden you guys are like rapping about things that are gonna get you in jail. You're rapping about like you're
Yeah,
doing all this stuff. You're
yeah.
instead of buying land and like actually having like property and like value to
And
things, you
doing
want to.
something right.
He goes, you just want to buy a Maybach. You just want to drive in the Maybach. But it's
Yeah,
true. Like it's so
it's
like
true.
things are
Yeah,
so materialistic, right? And
yeah. That's what it's all about.
do you think that's like I guess you can say like that would be the issue because there's so much money give for example, Migos, they're from rags to riches story, right?
Right, right.
Because they're pumped so much money, it's kind of like I don't know what the fuck to do with all this. Like
Hell yeah, bro.
it's like
Like
giving a
imagine you
it's
don't even get told what to do. I just seen this Rich the Kid was being, Grant Cardone. I had
this,
mentioned him before, but he's
the
like this
name
real
is
estate guru.
okay,
Like
yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
got billions of dollars, real estate guy. And he was interviewing Rich the Kid, or he was like on FaceTime with him. He's like, Rich the Kid's like, man, what would you tell me to do with my money? And then he's like, well, like what? I don't know. He said something about like what he does with his money. Rich the Kid's like, man, I got like 6 or 7 cars. And he's like, you see, that's the first mistake. Why do you need 6 or 7 cars? And he's like, man, because I like them. And Rich the Kid is just saying, and he's like, why would you get a brand? He's like, man, because it's cool. You seen the new Corvette? It's nice. He's talking to him like a kid that had a bunch of money and he's just buying stuff, right? Because that's what we think of
That's a
rappers.
nice colored car.
But that's literally what he's saying. He's like, you ever drove that new Corvette? It's nice. And he's like, dude, that's stupid. Like, what you should do is put that money in real estate and that rent that's going to come back to you, you're going to use that for the car and it's going to pay for
Exactly.
itself. Right. But he's like, oh, I never thought about it like that because he knows he's getting money so easy. He doesn't even have to worry.
And then you just surround yourself with yes men. You're not gonna get yourself a financial advisor. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Who's gonna tell you
Right.
what to do?
Right.
You
So
know what I
that's
mean?
that's what it goes back to that Amigos or whatever. Like some people, they don't get the education. They're just gonna do that,
That's
do whatever
crazy,
they
bro.
want.
And like I was gonna say, like you could like if you invest into things, those are write-offs and taxes.
Yep.
You know what I mean, that's a
Yep.
legal way to do it. But then these guys are just
Yeah.
like they're doing it so illegally. Do
So
you think it's
crazy.
because it's the life they know? Like I hate to say it like this, but like, it's because like this is how they grew up, so they're kind of like, okay, I gotta stick into this. This is
Of
this is what I
course.
know. This is what I'm good at. I gotta stick to this.
I mean, and it's also that they don't know any better because nobody ever told them growing up. So like if you get handed all that money, it's like that's the easiest thing to do because you never got educated.
Yeah,
It
I hate
took
to say. No, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
21 Savage now is like this whole like money mogul. I don't know if you know that. Like he does like
I
real
didn't.
estate and investments and stuff like
Go
that.
ahead.
He's like, I don't spend my money on nothing stupid because like I'm investing it. But it took him time. Like it took him obviously like 3-4 years, like being in the rap game to finally realize maybe he talked to some people or whatever to be like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, this is what you should be doing with your money.
yeah,
Right? Because like when you first initially get it, if you don't know any better, it's like I'm gonna do whatever I want with it, right?
yeah. Like I'm into crypto right now.
Okay.
So like, and with me, it's like because I don't really have the time to like sit there and be like, okay, buy, sell, buy, sell.
You got
I
to tell
like,
me a little bit. I was gonna make a research. I'm gonna research that because I think I need to start getting some because
yeah,
like I don't know
it's
anything.
booming, bro. It's booming.
I know it's booming. I've been seeing it, but it's like because I don't really know about it. Like
Yeah.
I think like I don't know where to start. Like what
I'll
do
be
I
honest
even
with
do?
you. Um, I'm definitely in Bitcoin right now. You can even start with that. Like what I do, I just put in like a little bit of money every like because I get paid weekly, so
Yeah.
I put a little bit of money every week into Bitcoin, and I just like slowly just put that in there.
Okay.
And then like, the thing is, because it's just like growing and growing, like it'll average out sooner or later. It's just gonna work out.
I think I need to start doing that
Yeah, like
because
that's like the best way to do it. Like as a start,
did you
just
hear how sports players are gonna be able to
yeah,
get paid? And I'm like, that means this is actually serious. Like
yeah,
if people actually would want to get paid in Bitcoin, like
bro.
what?
Do you re Do you remember? You remember Akon, right?
Yep.
And you know how he was trying to make like his own city.
Yeah, he
I'm
did it
pretty
in
sure
Africa.
in Africa, is it made right
Yeah,
now or is it being built still?
I don't know if he's being built or like it's already
'Cause-
made halfway, like he's
yeah,
building on it. Yeah.
this guy should. I don't. I think he is going to do it, but if he's not, Akon, get into crypto. If you can get crypto into that country and like you start it,
Oh wow, that would be something crazy.
especially in Africa, bro,
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
really will
yeah.
be Wakanda,
And it could
and that's what he's
happen,
trying to
man.
do.
He's smart, man. He could do it.
Oh yeah, man. But yeah, no, like every week just a little bit of money, just put it in, and then like it doesn't have to be like a lot of money either.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
just meant like research because I like to kind of understand. Like I'm just saying the whole concept. Like if someone came up to me and be like, "Hey, what's like crypto about stuff?" I'd be confused. I wouldn't even know what to say.
Bro, I'm also so confused. I'm doing like I hate like reading a lot of articles because it's just a lot of bullshit words,
Yeah.
right? And then so I
I'd
just
be even
listen
down to
like
pay for a course.
yeah, no, pay for a course or like even like go I'll send you some podcasts to listen to of guys like explaining crypto.
Okay.
And like these guys are like legit guys like
Yeah,
explaining
yeah.
it and everything. But yeah, man, it's like do you know how like the Bitcoin actually has like a dollar value to it?
Oh, right, right.
Sooner or later there's not gonna be any like dollar value. It's just gonna be a Bitcoin, which is like the dollar, and
Okay.
then satoshis, which is like the cents, I guess.
Oh,
So
see, that's crazy. That's
yeah,
a whole different thing.
it's hearing about it like yeah. I check up on it here and there. I try not to look at it too much
Yeah, because honestly, like it's a long term game. Don't look at the short term. There's really
Exactly.
nothing to look at, I think. That's one thing
Exactly.
that I hear. It's like in 2027 it can be like worth $1 million. So that's one of those things that the world is moving in this direction. There's no reason to keep eyeing it because it's just going to keep going up. You're going to have their down days, but don't worry about those down days because you're looking at years, you know?
Yeah. And what they're saying is that like getting into crypto now, like so what when it first started to now, like that big jump, right? So whoever started with like Bitcoin in the beginning time is
Hmm.
like a multi-billionaire right now,
Oh yeah,
right? Up until now multi-billionaire. But if you get into it now and for like until like the future like what they're predicting,
right.
you can get the same thing.
You can, yeah, if you
You
just
know what I mean?
continuously put
If
it in, yeah.
exactly. So that's what they're saying. Like if you get into it now, like there's still like there's still momentum going for you to
Right.
like catch on. So oh fuck, I did an hour 45.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good since we came back.
Yeah. You got work tomorrow,
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna freaking go to bed right after this.
huh? I feel you, bro.
And then you work tomorrow? Oh wait,
Uh,
no.
yeah, not yeah.
So you just chilling, eh?
Ooh, but yeah, I gotta
Respect.
get some stuff going. Gotta
Yeah, no,
get
I
some
feel
other
that.
stuff going.
All right, bro. It
But
was nice
yeah,
talking
bro.
to you, man.
Nice talking to you. Always. We gotta figure out like a good time so we can always get on.
Yeah, honestly speaking, like Saturdays are good for me. Like
Yeah.
I can do during the week. It would just be have to be like
I know what you mean.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean, like after a certain time. I would probably want to do a little bit earlier, to be honest,
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
could
yeah.
finish around 10.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. All right,
I
homie.
got you, bro.
You have a good night. It was
You
nice talking
too.
to you again, man.
Always.
All right, peace.
Peace, bro.